The Munich-based firm's Chief Executive Joe Kaeser has been working on the new strategy since taking power last summer following a boardroom coup that pushed out his predecessor Peter Loescher following a series of profit warnings. And late on Tuesday, the company announced that it was buying energy assets from Rolls-Royce RR.L for roughly €950 million, $1.32 billion, and transferring a majority stake in its Austrian metals business to Japan's Mitsubishi Heavy Industries, 7011. For undisclosed terms. And Siemens also said it was streamlining its divisional structure, spinning off its hearing aids business and separating out management of its healthcare business, all steps aimed at strengthening the firm's focus on electrification, automation and digitalization. And the earnings and strategic revamp, dubbed Vision 2020, as Siemens mulls a formal offer for the energy business of French rival Alstom, ALSO.PA, which has already received a bid from U.S. giant General Electric, GE.N. And under formal CEO Loescher, Siemens went on an aggressive drive for growth, leaving it lumbered with a complex portfolio of businesses. And return to roots. And Kaeser, 56, a 34-year veteran of Siemens who previously served as its finance chief, has vowed to restore the sense of pride at a company that has lagged big competitors like GE and Philips, BHG.AS in terms of innovation and profitability. And in a signal that Siemens is returning to its proud roots, Kaeser is making his presentation at the firm's historic Siemensstadt industrial complex in Berlin, which was the site of its headquarters between the two world wars. And total sector profit, or operating profit, for the fiscal second quarter ending March 31 came in at €1.57 billion on revenues of €17.45 billion, missing consensus. And according to a Reuters poll, analysts had expected profit of €1.7 billion on revenues of €18.1 billion. And profit in the energy sector tumbled 54% to €255 million, largely due to €310 million in project charges related to two high-voltage direct current transmission (HVDC) projects in Canada. And the second quarter showed that we still have a lot to do to improve our operating performance, said Kaeser. Nevertheless, we are on course to reach our targets for the fiscal year, he said, confirming a goal to increase earnings per share by at least 15% in the current fiscal year. And earlier this year, shares in Siemens rose above the €100 mark for the first time in 6 years. But according to Reuters data, the company still trades at a 7.3% discount to its major European peers on a 12-month forward EBITDA basis. And Siemens made no mention of Alstom in the statements released before Kaeser's Wednesday presentation to reporters and analysts. And $1 equals €0.7177, and reporting by Noah Barkin, editing by Maria Sheehan, and back to top. And Thomson Reuters is the world's largest international multimedia news agency, providing investing news, world news, business news, technology news, headline news, small business news, news alerts, personal finance, stock market, and mutual funds information available on Reuters. Video, mobile, and interactive television platforms. Thomson Reuters journalists are subject to an editorial handbook which requires fair presentation and disclosure of relevant interests. And NYSE and Amex quotes delayed by at least 20 minutes. Nasdaq delayed by at least 15 minutes. For a complete list of exchanges and delays, please click here.